Oh, good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, Old Man Winter let us know that he's not quite ready to call it spring just yet, as this morning's slick and icy conditions caused accidents, causing a shutdown on a large portion of I-75 northbound in Madison County due to a wreck near the Clays Ferry Bridge. And the Mountain Parkway was also shut down eastbound for much of the morning. Several area crashes were reported due to the slick roadway conditions. We'll have more from Susie Martin in the weather just in a few minutes here. But first, in our WBON TV Channel 9, a lead story of the day, the Ashland Police Department is seeking the public's assistance in locating a missing 2-month-old who was abducted from a facility by a 27-year-old woman. Kayla Simpson, 27, has been served with arrest warrants for custodial interference and wanton endangerment. Simpson and the baby are Pike County residents, and at around 11:15 p.m. Monday, they left the facility at the 2200 block of Central Avenue. Simpson is described as a white female, 5 foot 2 inches tall, with black hair and blue eyes, who was also seen wearing blue jeans and a royal blue shirt. She also has a pierced upper lip that's on the left side. Around the same time that she was reported missing, a light-colored pickup truck was seen exiting the building area. It was last seen headed the wrong way down Central Avenue. Anyone with information as to the whereabouts of the baby or the mother is asked to contact 911 urgently, or you can call 606-385-2373. Well, a former Jessamine County Superintendent has been named the KASA Director of Leadership Development. The Kentucky Association for School Administrators is proud to announce Dr. Kathy Fields as the Director of Leadership Development. She begins her new role April the 15th, 2023. As the KASA's Director of Leadership Development, Fields will spearhead and develop all of KASA's training services and professional development programs. In addition to KASA's long-standing programs, the complete lineup for 2024 will be announced on April 15th, which includes an expanded focus on principals and assistant principals. Fields is a 37-year veteran in the education arena. She brings experience from multiple leadership positions, having served as a principal, instructional supervisor, special education director, chief academic officer, and also superintendent. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises motorists of continued work for the pedway right here in Richmond. That will mean single-lane closures between Lancaster Avenue and Veterans Boulevard. Those lane closures will continue through this Friday from about 8:30 a.m. until approximately 3 in the afternoon each day. Only one lane will be closed at a time, but motorists should expect some delays. Use caution in that area. Well, publishing a book is not easy, but one Estill County native has taken her experience as an educator during the COVID-19 pandemic and used those to craft a story aimed at increasing internet literacy among middle schoolers. WBON TV's Brett Nolan spoke with Carissa Turpin about her book and what advice she has for aspiring authors.
As a writer, it is often a hard-fought honor and privilege to get one's work published and see your work printed into circulation. However, this dream will soon come true for Carissa Turpin, an author and educator from Kentucky. Carissa actually grew up right here in the small town of Urban, and she has returned to her hometown to speak with us here at WBON Channel 9 News about the upcoming release of her new middle-grade fiction book titled Doomsday Danny. The book is set in 1999 and follows a 12-year-old protagonist who is fixated on the predicted Y2K disaster. We had the pleasure of speaking with Carissa Turpin about her upcoming book release and how it came to be.
I was a teacher at the time in Phoenix, Arizona, and my students were getting ready to go home for the holiday break, and they were talking about how weird it would be to see the calendar change from, 19 to 20 on as far as the last 2 digits are concerned. And I said, well, there was a time when it really changed. It went from 1999 to 2000, and of course, then I mentioned Y2K. okay. They had never heard of it. And because they were so surprised, and because I thought this is a time period that's not talked about very often, I wrote the idea down. I was like, okay, I'll come back to that at some point and write a story. And then it wasn't a few months later that COVID happened and schools just kind of immediately shut down. I found myself with lots of students who were very concerned about what was happening and they didn't know what to do. And I was able to channel all of that into this story about, this girl who is very anxious, but ultimately she's going to be okay. Danny is someone who is just very fixated on this specific blogger, and we as readers know that this blogger is not correct. He's always like trying to get them to send him money and buy things from his online store, and that of course was kind of inspired by a lot of sharing of unreliable information that I saw, especially during the pandemic. So my big goal is just to make sure that kids learn how they can evaluate a source for trustworthiness, and that they don't like and share and believe, especially, everything that they read online. My advice to aspiring authors, especially aspiring authors from this area, is to make sure you do lots and lots of research, but don't get discouraged because you don't have to live in New York City to publish a book.
Carissa Turpin's new book, Doomsday Danny, will be released and available for purchase on March 21st. There will also be a book launch held right here in Irvine at the Estill County Public Library on March 25th at 3 p.m. If you would like a copy for yourself, you can purchase the book online at CarissaTurpinBooks.com, as well as on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Reporting for WBON Channel 9 News here in Estill County, I'm Brett Nolan.
Thanks, Brett, for that story. Well, in the early morning hours this past Saturday, March the 11th, a van parked at Smokey's Auto Center in Irvine had the catalytic converter stolen off of it. The Estill County Sheriff's Office has obtained and released video footage and are needing help in identifying the suspect in this picture. Take a good look, and if that looks like someone you know or you have any information, you're asked to send that to the Sheriff's Office on Messenger or Facebook, and you can call dispatch as well, 606-723-2201. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got weather, we've got sports, and of course, lots more news right here live at 5.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
It's that time again. Time to pick your bracket in the Madness of March Bracket Challenge. Presented by 100.7 The Coyote, Bishop Small Engine Repair, and Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. It's free to play, and you could win up to $50,000. Plus, we're giving away a big 60-inch flat screen TV for the best bracket locally. To play, go to WCYOFM.com to pick your bracket.
Well, welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. I was not prepared for that very, very cold temperature this morning when I got out and about. I'd really like to just rewind this just a little bit. I'd like those 70-degree temperatures back, if you don't mind. We've got Susie in the Weather Center to let us know if it's ever going to warm up.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. Happy Pi Day. Today is March 14th, a day in which we celebrate this wonderful mathematical number, as it is important in the world of math. It is the ratio of the circumference of any circle to the diameter of that circle. So it's special, and it's a day in which meteorologists across the country are wearing purple in order to support women in STEM. We chose Pi Day because, hey, science and math, pretty cool stuff. Women make up about nearly half of the workforce, but yet less than around 25% of STEM careers. So the key here is just to send out the message that girls can do this too, and provide and nurture that interest and give them opportunities to explore STEM careers should they like it. And in fact, we've seen some great progress in this space, but still more work to do, and encouraging the girls to pursue those careers in engineering and math. That's good stuff. Clear and quiet conditions tonight, though. Cold areas of frost with Friday rain and breeze anticipated. Look at tonight's temperatures. With the clear skies and light winds, well, that's a recipe for some frigid air down into the 20s already by 10 p.m. So clear and quiet conditions tonight will set us up with a nice bright scene tomorrow. The only issue will be some of that morning frost, but then we start to see some cloud cover beginning to build back in here come Thursday, and eventually the round of rain will be setting up across the region Thursday night into Friday as a cold front will be advancing through. Windier conditions, warmth building out ahead of this, but then another cool down on the way. But tonight again, it's looking frigid down into the teens and 20s with our high temperatures tomorrow in the 40s and 50s. Widespread sunshine and again morning frost. Will be much warmer by Thursday with a high of 60, but cold air returns after the cold front to this weekend, highs in the 40s. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, this last Sunday, Richmond police officers responded to the area of East Irvin Street for reports of a woman claiming that she had spotted a dead body in the woods. According to a report, witnesses say 33-year-old Tiffany Tipton had told witnesses that she found a dead body in the woods and that she had multiple outstanding warrants before running away. Authorities arrived on the scene and quickly located Tipton. Upon finding Tipton, officers concluded that she did have outstanding warrants for her arrest. Officers detained Tipton, and before they could search her, she informed officers that she had drug paraphernalia on her person. Tipton was informed of her Miranda rights, which she waived to inform officers that all the aforementioned substances she possessed were methamphetamine. Tipton was transported to the Madison County Detention Center after the encounter and charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, and failure to appear in court. Well, a man is being sought by the Rockcastle County authorities and is now in custody. According to the Rockcastle County Sheriff's Office, the subject, James Cody Spoonamore, was wanted for several outstanding warrants and an alleged car theft this week that reportedly had a pistol in it. Tips and eyewitnesses who claim to have seen Spoonamore with the gun helped lead to his arrest. Thanks to all those who helped out with that. Well, in an update to a story we brought you here on WBON TV Channel 9 yesterday, W.R. Castle Fire and Rescue had to help save one of their own while on the hunt for a dog that had become stuck on a cliff. Firefighters in a ladder truck from Paintsville responded to a report of a dog stuck on a cliff along US 23 in Johnson County. However, first responders had to rescue the Lawrence County Emergency Management Director, who had become trapped while attempting to help that dog. Rope rescuers attempted to rappel down to the dog once the Lawrence County EM was safe. The dog slid down the cliff unharmed after the second attempt, but he was still not caught. Rescue personnel emphasized the importance of waiting for assistance when you run into a situation such as this. Well, after crashing his vehicle into a fence in a gate, a May Fork Road man attempted to flee police. Ronald Hinson, 40, was observed driving fast on Otter Creek Road by Deputy Wes Brumley. As Deputy Brumley attempted to stop, Hinson was passing cars on the one-lane road. According to Brumley, Hinson failed to negotiate a curve and crashed into a fence, destroying the gate. Following the collision, he exited the vehicle and fled on foot before being apprehended after a brief struggle. Hinson was charged with careless driving, fleeing and evading police second motor vehicle, fleeing and evading police second on foot, resisting arrest, criminal mischief second, and driving without a license. Well, attention all boat owners. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises boat title owners that motorboat registration requests will be accommodated at a county clerk's offices starting April the 3rd. Annual registration renewals are typically accepted beginning March 1st, but additional time is necessary to allow the decal vendor to reprint and deliver tags required to complete registration processes. Current registrations do not expire until April the 30th, 2023. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Michael Watkins. He is in today with sports right after this.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5. We're just a couple of days away from the NCAA men's basketball tournament getting started, and that's the topic of our sports report today, with a look back to last night's Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, where Michael and Samantha ran down their own brackets and the details on how you can compete against everyone on the sports crew. Here's Michael Watkins.
That's right, Gren. Last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Samantha and I ran down our own picks for the men's NCAA college basketball tournament as part of the 100.7 The Coyote Bracket Challenge. This has sort of become a tradition over the last few years for us to do on our show as we look at everyone's favorite time of the year and the madness that comes with it. There will always be upsets. There will always be teams no one predicted going far in the tournament. So let's look back at our picks last night. And we also have the Final Four picks for Dawson Rule, who's still down in Panama City as well.
Obviously have Alabama. I kind of gave that away earlier. I picked Alabama. And then on the other side, between Houston and UConn, I went with Houston.
There you go.
With this Final Four being in Houston,
yeah,
I kind of thought they're going to have that advantage.
Cinderella story, like
yeah,
it's destined to be type thing. Who do you have winning?
I mean, I like their three guards. They got those three powerful guards, and I'm sticking with them.
Well, again, we talked about it. Guard play is so important this time of year, and that's why I think this is a really good pick. Alabama's got some really good guards as well.
And then I need a drum roll. It's pretty easy to decide who I've picked. I went with Houston. I just think this is their year, and it's in their city. How cool would that be?
Yeah. My Final Four were Alabama, Kansas State, Houston, and UCLA. So we had two of the same and two different picks in the Final Four. I have Alabama knocking off Kansas State to get to the championship game. On the top side, on the bottom side, I have UCLA knocking off Houston, and I have the Bruins once again finding themselves as champions of the NCAA tournament. I have them winning 76-67 over Alabama, a high-scoring game, and I have the Bruins solidifying themselves as a team that has been, and they've been good for quite some time, but not good enough to win the whole thing. But here I have them.
Well, here's the thing. They're one of those contenders as far as, when people talk about Kentucky winning national championships, UCLA, you've got your Kansas. UCLA is one of those teams that over the amount of years, they're right up there with Kentucky on those national championship banners. So, all those people, I feel like in the last 4 or 5 years are going to be surpassing us.
Yeah, let's look at Dawson's picks too. Dawson Brule, even though he's not here, he made his Final Four picks earlier today and sent those over to me. And listen, Dawson down at the beach right now having some fun. I talked to him. He's got Alabama, Kentucky, Texas, and Gonzaga. No surprise, the diehard Kentucky fan with Kentucky winning over Gonzaga in a rematch of a game from earlier in the year, Samantha. And now, folks, if you're watching this, you still have time. If you would like a chance at winning $50,000 or other prizes, including a giant flat-screen TV, which you can put up in your living room and see me on, well, head on over to WCYOFM.com right now and fill out your brackets. The tournament will begin on Thursday, so get those picks in between now and early Thursday morning. See if you can beat myself, Samantha, or Dawson in the WCYO 100.7 The Coyote Bracket Challenge. Again, just head to WCYOFM.com and click on the Bracket Challenge banner and fill out your picks now. That'll do it for sports today, Grant. Hopefully Dawson and Samantha don't make me look too bad this year.
Thanks, Michael, for that sports update. I have my bracket all filled out and ready. I don't know who I'm going to beat, but I plan on beating Michael Watkins no matter what. So we'll see with those brackets as they start to crumble here in the next few days. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more news right here, live at 5.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel. Available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At WBON TV9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Governor Andy Beshear announced a new distribution facility in Midway for Lakeshore Learning Materials LLC, a developer of educational materials and classroom furniture and supplies. This is creating 40 full-time jobs with a $27.3 million investment. Lakeshore Learning will construct a 360,000 square foot distribution facility to add to its existing 1 million square foot network in Midway. The site is located on 14 acres near Georgetown Road Road in Woodford County. Work on the project is expected to begin in December of this year, and that's going to be scheduled for completion in December of 2023. Well, thanks so much for joining us again here on Live at 5. On behalf of myself and everyone here at Wallingford Media Group, have a wonderful night out there. Stay warm. It's going to get awfully cold out there. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Live at 5.